Howdy y'all, author Brian S. Pratt here. One of my viewers asked me more information about being self-published, the pros and cons and that sort of thing. So I'll go ahead and do a series of those based on my experience, what I've experienced, encountered, the things I've struggled with, and I'll just do one topic per video because it'd be too much for any one video. But this one here is going to be about my history as a self-published author. 2005, March 1st, sat down on my computer, wrote my first word, started writing. By December 1st of 2005, 9 months later, I was published. I went with iUniverse. See, I wrote the book, and I got several rejection letters. I got a lot of rejection letters, and that's going to happen. And you get rejection letters, you get ignored, silence, whatever, right? Form letters after form letter after form letter. Not what we're looking for, and you get real discouraged. So I just thought, I'll just do it myself. Well, in 2005, there was a big stigma attached to anybody who went self-publishing. It's like that's going to be death to your publishing or your author career. No one will ever touch you. You'll never sell a book, and of course, I didn't know any of that when I started. So I started, and I paid a lot of money to iUniverse to publish. The first 10 books I published through them, and each one cost me a lot of money. And I recouped all that back. Do I regret doing that? No. Only because at the time there was no other option. Today, going with one of these vanity publishers, where they say, yeah, you give us your manuscript, you give us $4,000, and we'll be happy to format your book, publish it, give you a cover, and get you out there in front of 1,000 readers. Well, they're not going to do you any service. All they want to do is take your money. They'll make your book, overprice it, put it out there online, and yes, it's online, it's in front of people, but it don't mean squat. I'll get into that later. So I went with iUniverse until about 2009, I think. Up until then, I told myself, as long as I make $1 per quarter, I'll continue, because someone's out there is buying my books. Someone likes my books. And I'll get to more of that later in another video. So, and I made money every quarter. Someone bought my books every quarter. I was like amazed, right? And 2009, I said, okay, I gotta do something different because my books were way overpriced. They're not competitive. There was really no way to advertise them at that point. And then Smashwords appears. Any of you self-published people out there probably know what Smashwords is. It was a brand new thing then. It only had a few dozen authors attached to it at that time, and so I uploaded every one of my books to it. I pulled it from iUniverse. That cost me some money for the covers. See, yeah, they don't tell you that. Yeah, I'll give you that later. But anyway, so I went with Smashwords, and they were strictly ebooks, and I said that's fine because my paperbacks weren't selling, and I could price, and there I could price it the way I wanted to. I could get promotions, I could give discounts, I could make it free. I was in heaven, right? And so I immediately went on there. Boom, the average price at that time for a book was like $7.99. I priced mine $5.99, undercut them, right? And I thought that would be great. Well, a few months went by, no sales. Okay, I'm going to do a coupon, right? I'm gonna make a free, and I'm gonna put a coupon out there, and people can download my coupon, copy the number, go to Smashwords, type it in, and get a free book. Who wouldn't want to do that? Well, you'd be surprised how few people wanted to do that. And I came to realize, man, people are lazy. And so I know I am too. You give me 5 steps to something that should be one click, and I won't do it. And so I thought, well, hell, I'll just price it free, right? And I was the first one, as far as I know, I'm the one who started the whole free series starter. My my best-selling series, The Morsai Saga, The Unsuspecting Maids is book 1. I made that free. The rest of them you bought, right? So the people would download a free book, and then if they liked it, they would continue. If they didn't, they didn't have to. I thought that was nice too, because that way they could try me a full book, you know, and if they like me, they can continue. If not, they're not at anything. And for a couple months, that went pretty good. And then Amazon Kindle had a price match thing, right? So if they discovered a book that they had cheaper, because once I got it to Smashwords, then I put it on Kindle as well. So they were everywhere, right? But they were $5.99, and then I made the first book just free. It's been free since 2009, I think. 2010. Yeah, 2010. So, and then all of a sudden, Kindle says, "Well, he's got a free book. Ours is $5.99. We're being undercut." Boom! Kindle made mine free. What that did was, bam! On Kindle, 10,000 downloads that first month. Because at the time, there were only 2 other people who had free books. Now, if you did KDP Select, you could make it free. If you didn't, you couldn't. So these people probably had promotions going on like for a month, and because most people wouldn't make their books free forever. I did. I got 3 books now doing that. It's doing pretty well. Anyway, boom, 10,000 sales. My income shot through the roof. Mark Corker at Smashwords interviewed me, says, "What is going on? People will download your first book, buy the next 6. Download your first book, buy the next 6. No one else on here is doing that. What's your secret?" And so I told him, and man, that was a big mistake. Because I did an interview, it might still be at Smashwords, and which I told them how I did it. And everybody did it. So instead of being one of very few, I became one of tens, one of 100, one of 10,000, and now it's like probably millions of self-published authors are doing it. So yeah, I am almost positive I'm the originator of that. And I gave self-published authors legitimacy at Smashwords. I made Smashwords profitable, and I think without me, Smashwords wouldn't be where it is today, and self-published may not be, had never gotten the traction that it had. So I'm rather proud of that. And then my life tanked. Sales went down. My life tanked. I had a really bad time for several years. I just isolated. All my readers thought I was dead. I resurfaced a couple years ago, and now I'm getting back into things. Anyway, so self-published. That's my history in self-published. Now, you know, ever since that first, I made $300,000 that year. Yeah. So you can make a lot of money at self-published. You just gotta know what you're doing. And I wish I was making that now, though. Those years when I isolated, man, that really screwed me over. But I'm going back. You know, I've got time. I'm not old yet. Maybe a little bit, but not too bad. And so I'm building stuff back up. I got a wonderful set of readers who've stuck by me since the beginning. Some of them with me forever, and I really feel blessed with that. And so I'm going to create some videos, you know, self-published, pros and cons of something. And this one here is basically my history out of it. And I've got 19 books, been published for 19 years. Yeah, isn't that cool? 1919. So next year will be my 20th year as an author. Established author, established 2005. My girlfriend got this for me. It shouldn't really say self-published author because this is kind of misleading. But yeah. So that's my story, and I'll get back to you on more stuff in a little bit. I might do 1 or 2 more today because, you know, and if you've got questions, post them. I'm going to post this on YouTube and TikTok. If you've got questions, ask me at wherever you're at, and I'll try to get to it. So y'all take care. If you're self-published, good luck to you. If you have questions, ask me. I'm very approachable. Talk to you later.